Hello again, yes, it's metjeffuk.com here with a severe weather update. With the impending snow this week and possible blizzard at the end of the week, I think it's time to give you a bit of a rundown of what the events will probably go like and what we could expect or not expect over the next sort of 7 days. But going back actually to the 3rd of the 10th, now that's when I issued my long range weather forecast for United Kingdom and Ireland. And basically, I was sort of hinting at the fact that in February we will be getting a very cold spell. And that's proving to be the case. Now, as you can see here, severe cold, above average snowfall, and average winds, but above average frost. Excuse me. Now, of course, going back into what the 3rd of October, forecasting 6 months or something ahead, time will be a little bit out. So, in actual fact, I was about 2 weeks out. It's not bad going actually. Now, how do I know that these things are going to happen? Well, it's basically based on experience. I've been in the job a long time, sometimes too long, maybe. But also, I look at weather trends and also look at weather history and try and match up similar years and similar weather to what we've had in the past. And if you go back through the models, in actual fact it's not that hard to forecast a long range forecast. Now, we call it just for fun because obviously we can't be accurate with it. It is just for fun, but our aim really is to give you the trends. And yeah, back in I've actually put here the 31st, but I realise now it was actually the 3rd of October I gave the forecast, so even longer. But anyway, I suggested that in February we would have high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, and we would get a very cold, severe cold, as you can see by the colour of the arrows, from Siberia, northeasterly winds from Siberia, and indeed that is what we have got. So, looking ahead then, must excuse my cough. 27th of February. Okay, so what basically I'm suggesting is that this very cold air would have been overplaced sort of most of Britain by then, and we'll be getting frequent snow showers with a little trough of low pressure suspected to be over the North Sea, just enhancing the snow showers. And some of these snow showers are going to be pretty heavy. Now, one thing you've got to remember, that we're already in March, and there's one ingredient which is beginning to play a hand, and not many people are sort of mentioning this, but is of course the sun. The sun is getting powerful now and much warmer. That's going to allow for a lot of convection to take place, and very deep clouds, cumulus clouds, holding a lot of moisture. So I think when these snow showers come along, they will be very heavy indeed. So that's the setup for then. And then we got this another problem coming up, which is low pressure. Cold air is in place, very cold air in place, and then we get the scenario which is quite common in these situations. In fact, low pressure goes into the Bay of Biscay and tries to head north. Hence, a lot of moisture, a lot of warm air actually, so that's a lot of moisture, and it readily turns to snow. Of course, it's always snow high up in the atmosphere. It just turns to rain on the way down. But with these low temperatures, it stays as snow all the way to the ground. In fact, even to sea level, because the air is so cold and the dew points are so low. So where's this cold air coming from? Well, of course it's coming from Siberia. If I get the right graphic up, it's a bit better for you. Yeah, so it's coming from Siberia. A lot of very cold air over there. They've had a very cold winter indeed, right? And this is dragging this cold air southwestwards really towards the British Isles, and it will certainly make its mark. And by the time we get to sort of Wednesday, I reckon the cold air will be here really Monday, but I think Wednesday is going to be the biggest sort of as regards to snow showers. I think a lot of snow showers over the country on Wednesday, and then this fellow looks like moving into the cold air, right, and producing beginning to deepen actually as well, squeezing the icy bars between the high pressure and the low pressure. This is going to increase the winds, could be up to 30, 40, possibly even 50 miles an hour over the high ground. That's going to whip the snow up into a blizzard. So I'm thinking that on the sort of Thursday, Friday time, we could easily see a blizzard in southern England. The question mark is, if this low pressure were to move further north, we would start to drag up the air more from the southwest, sort of my graphics again, sort of like that, and that would introduce slightly less cold air off the continent and turn it to sleety rain. On the other hand, it could just about not go north, but just scoot along the channel and then into the continent. And if that was the case, it would certainly bring in a very cold northerly wind, and the snow would stay as snow. Right, so here's the scenario then for the sort of next week after next, Tuesday the 6th of March. And if I'm right, that low pressure would have moved into Scandinavia. Another trough will be over the country giving more snow. Excuse me. And I think we will be seeing possibly another low pressure system running up the English Channel to give a repeat sort of performance again, although I think this one will probably move more north and may well introduce milder conditions over the southwest of Britain and southern England, whereas get rid of him, northern England will probably, and northern England and Scotland will probably stay in the cold weather, but I think there could be a slight thaw in southern England indeed. So how much do we expect? Well, I'll put a little graph here for Tuesday to Wednesday. I think most of England and Wales can expect anything between 15 and 30 centimetres between sort of really Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But along the east coast and the southeast of England, and also along the Channel Islands, extreme south of Devon and most of Cornwall, and in of course the southern parts of Ireland, I think we could see up to 40 centimetres here. The reason for that is they've got a long trek of quite warm sea, and a powerful sun will cause a lot of convection and a lot of deep convection, so a lot more heavier snow showers. Well, there you go. That's my forecast, and we'll see what happens to the rest of this week. One thing's for certain, that it's going to be cold and it's going to be snow. But keep with it with metjeffuk.com for the latest updates. But whatever your weather, enjoy it.